Hello everyone, it's Vanessa Lott and this is Showcase Sunday. Today I am sitting here with my friend Juan Santana. Hi Juan.
Hi Vanessa.
How are you?
Doing fantastic today.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you're my very first lender that I get to interview.
Oh, I'm so honored.
I am honored as well. What a great time to interview a lender, by the way, right?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful time in the industry.
Beautiful time. But Showcase Sunday is about getting to know our real estate professionals.
Okay.
So I want to get to know a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So again, my name is Juan Santana. Thank you for introducing me. I am a residential mortgage lender, 1 to 4 families, condos, and co-ops. I work with Freedom Mortgage at the home team. And pretty much we deal with residential home buying process in New York. I am licensed all over 50 states. I'm also a regional, I run all the New York offices. But in my role at Freedom Mortgage is more of holding the hands of the first-time home buyers and those that want to make American dream possible. That's where my role comes in. How do we help our real estate partners? How do we help our community, our disadvantaged, our people that don't speak the English language? We have loan officers that speak 16 languages. So where I come in is I want to make sure that my clients, constituents, my referrals, my past clients, and anybody else that wants to get that American dream, get their first step in the door, or second home investment refinance, I'm there for them.
Awesome. When we talk about home buying, I think a lot of people tend to go to a realtor first. But us in the industry, we always know you should get pre-qualified.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about why that's the process.
Sure. So a lot of, again, like you said, a lot of clients, the first thing they do is go on Google or any search engine and
they look at a house.
That's it. All right, I'm ready. I think I can qualify. I'm going to go buy a house.
Yes.
The problem with that is that once they find a house that they love, 2 minutes, 5 minutes later, whatever the case may be, now the biggest question comes, well, do you have the cash, right? Because nobody thinks about that. When you see a home sale for sale, 400, 500,000, do you have 500,000 to buy the home? No. 9 times out of 10, no. So what's the first thing you do? Okay, let's go see the house. I want to see if I like it. Then they contact the realtor. What is the first thing the realtor says? Are you pre-approved? The buyer or the person who's buying or anybody or the couple, whatever the case may be, will say, I don't even know what that is. What do you mean by pre-approved? Then they'll Google pre-approval, pre-qual. Now, if you do that, you're going to have 700 pages on Google about things that make no sense, mumble jumble. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but then you can get lost in a lot of things that are not true. So the first thing any buyer should do is get pre-approved by a reputable lender in their community. For example, you're trying to look in the Bronx or Brooklyn or Queens or New York or New Jersey. Find out who are the local reputable lenders that the realtors in the area recommend, and definitely encourage you to shop around to understand what is a mortgage dream, what is a mortgage, how does that work. There is a difference though. A lot of people say pre-qualification, a lot of people say pre-approval, and I want to clarify that. A pre-qualification is anybody can call any lender, give their information verbally over the phone, and the lender will say, well, based on the information you gave me over the phone, you qualify for this amount. Great. A lot of buyers are like, great, I have this pre-qualification, I'm going to go shopping. Wrong. What they want to do is get an actual pre-approval. At our bank, we do a pre-underwritten pre-approval, which means that once you receive that letter, we are analyzing your documentation. So whatever income, credit, your asset situation is, our underwriters and our loan officers have already pre-approved, pre-underwritten them, checked the best programs for you, and are saying to the realtors, this is the Willy Wonka chocolate factory ticket. This is the golden ticket. This buyer is ready to go, ready to commit, and ready to buy in the next 3 months, whatever the case may be.
All right, we went straight into the mumbo jumbo of everything,
Sure.
and I got a little sidetracked, but that's okay. I think I'm just excited to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
But I want to touch more on that. But I wanted to find out. You're so passionate when you speak about mortgages and things.
Oh, thank you.
What made you want to get into the mortgage business?
Great question. I actually am from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and I saw the wealth transfer in what happened with Williamsburg after 2001, where Williamsburg was in the 80s and 70s to where it is now, and I saw that the people from the community were not able to take advantage of that wealth transfer. And that really led me into understanding how real estate works in this country, how mortgages work, and when I decided the time came to pick realtor or lender, I just love numbers, and I got into the lending side.
what did you do before lending?
Sure. So I got into the first job out of college officially after graduation. My fraternity brother at the time got me a job at Countrywide Home Loans. Literally maybe like 3 weeks after. And the reason I got the job is I spoke Spanish. It worked. It helped. I didn't know anything about mortgages. The crash happened maybe a year later. So everybody knows the story. You go right back to the bottom. You're struggling, going bank to bank. At that time, I decided to say, you know what, let me give it a shot at the public sector. I went into the government, and I was an investigator for the federal government for a few years.
Oh, wow.
Yep, worked myself up the ranks. And I realized that somebody was telling me I can only make so much for the rest of my life. I realized I can never do this again. And I piqued my interest back into mortgages. It was around the time, about 7, 8 years ago, things are starting to pick up again, economy's moving. And I decided to come back, and I met the great team that I'm with at the home team. It was a great relationship, Brian and the guys, and it was just a perfect timing. They didn't have anybody that spoke Spanish either, and I got back in.
That works. That works as well, absolutely. You know, I mean, it's great that to be multi-language, right?
Yes,
Linguistic, it's just, it's a perk for us that
Yes.
speak more than just English. So, tell us a little bit about the culture of the home team.
Yes.
So, so again, you're a national mortgage company, and I was going to say title. That's me. Sorry. You're a national mortgage company, but you guys are known as the home team. Tell me a little bit about that
Sure.
culture.
So, Freedom Mortgage is a top 5 lender in the country. However, the home team division, in our division, we're the largest retail group of the Freedom Mortgage. So when it comes to retail, we have the largest operation, largest volume. We close almost upwards of $500 to $1 billion a year just within our own group. We've grown entire the East Coast. Now we started 1 office in Staten Island. Now we're up to 15 offices all up and down the East Coast. Over 100 loan officers. And the unique advantage that we have is that the loan officer industry is a lone wolf mentality. Everybody is always on their own. There's just one loan officer trying to service whether they're real estate referral partners or their clients. We realized years ago that we can service our clients much better if we take a little bit less on the front, on the commission or the pay, whatever you want to call it, and that little sacrifice will pay over time to the customer service and the experience. And thankfully that we've been blessed with that, and we continue to improve that model. And a lot of our referral partners are very happy. It's nothing better than to have someone on a Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, someone will always pick up the phone, always answer your questions, and always be available for your needs.
I think you guys recruit there's got to be a system or something, because I've met a lot of the members of the home team from New York, New Jersey, Florida,
Right.
And everyone has such an amazing personality. I love what you guys have created.
Appreciate
So
that.
let's go back now to our homeowners.
Right.
What is going on right now? What's amazing? Because we know, but how can educate us a little bit
Sure.
on what's happening right now with mortgage rates and why it's literally the best time
Right.
to buy?
So last year in 2018, everybody knows rates have been going up for the last 2 years. Last year the rates were closer to the 5s and the 6s. As of this year, rates tanked back down to the 3s and the 4s. Very important because the housing market was drying up. The luxury market has been getting a big hit to those rising rates, and a lot of foreign investors have changed their mindset of investing here. What that's done is that the lower rate environment has reinvigorated the first-time home buyer. Realtors are now understanding that it is becoming a buyer's market. It's been a buyer's market for the last 2 years. Now, we'll say 40, 50% is now more buyers. What's happening is that the supply is still tight, rates are aggressive, buyers have more importance now that all this foreign money has now dried up. A first-time home buyer is now having a full-blown attention from our local realtors. It's important if you're the first-time home buyer or not, whatever the buyer you are, to have a reputable lender right now to help you understand how to get the deal done. For example, for our local community, New Jersey, New York, there's so many issues that come up in the buying process. Jersey a little different with the title, as you know.
Yep.
New York is very complicated. These houses have been sold 1 million times in 100 years. Very important for us to be on the local level to ensure that these closings are smooth and get to the table. protecting the client at all costs.
Right, exactly. And not only for buyers, but right now it's also a great time to refi.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. So a lot of sellers have gained the most equity ever in the U.S. economy since they've been keeping track. The most equity in the last 10 years are right now in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that you can do. You can borrow against
Yes.
it. You can renovate. You can do whatever it is that you
You can renovate
want.
your own house, your current house, your new house. You can buy again. You can reinvest. You can retire. You can finally say, I'm out, sayonara, I'm ready to go.
That's right.
This is the time. You want to get the kids to college, you want to pay for it, this is the time.
Absolutely.
So it's a very, very great time to be in the market.
So what states are you in? I know you said, are you in the 50
Yes, so
states?
the Freedom Mortgage is nationally licensed. Home Team is also nationally licensed. I directly manage the New York offices along with my partner, Brian Cohen. However, any clients that need services anywhere else, Florida, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, we are all fully licensed.
Well, I love the Home Team. I will say, we get to work with each other a lot.
Yes, we do.
And I love the seamless transaction that we see on our side.
Absolutely.
You guys are amazing people to work with. I see how you help communities. I see how you help not just here in New York and New Jersey and Florida. So you're there to help people with their dream, as you said. So Juan Santana, if somebody wanted to work with one of you guys at
Sure.
Freedom Mortgage, and again, they're a national company.
Of course.
So, but to reach you, if somebody wanted to reach you, how could they reach you?
Absolutely. Again, my name is Juan Santana. Please, you can contact me anytime at 347-446-6771. You can also Google me, Juan Santana at Freedom Mortgage. All my contact information comes up. And please make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Home Team at Freedom Mortgage and Senor Mortgage.
That's amazing. Thank you again, Juan, for being here. That was extremely informative. It is an amazing time to purchase a home, to refi a home,
Absolutely.
to be in real estate. So
Yes.
thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
All right, shout out to Freedom Mortgage. right?
Absolutely. Home Team. Home Team.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank you.
and this is Showcase Sunday.